BUD/S is broken up into 4 phases. The first phase is like kind of the preparation phase. And then the actual first phase is called first phase, and there's a bell that sits outside. And there are a set of footprints that sit in front of that bell. And they have a bell that they carry with them. So you can be out, laying out in the ocean, like shivering miserably. And if you decide to quit, you can get up and you can go ring the bell. But you don't ring it once. You ring it 3 times. But then after you quit, you go and you put on like a clean uniform with your helmet, and you go to the first phase office, and then you ring the bell 3 times, and then you take your helmet off and you put it in line. And I travel around and I give presentations on sort of the get naked mindset. Naked is an acronym, and the N stands for never quit. And in that presentation, I have a picture of like the bell and like a line of like 150 green helmets of all these guys that have quit. Like, it's not easy to get to SEAL training. We still don't understand what has someone stay and what has someone not want to be there.
You mentioned preparation earlier, that you felt like you weren't adequately prepared for the training. It seems to be the same statistics of dropouts and everything else, and with so much more information available, why aren't more people better prepared to go through it? Do they do such a great job of mixing up the training so it just gets worse and worse, or what is that? Like, how do people not prepare as...
But I think people now, it's very sexy, it's very Hollywood, very like in your face. And I think that people see that and they don't recognize the true discipline that it is required to complete that kind of training. The passion, the desire, like, it has to be in your heart. It's not in your mind. I mean, it's in your mind, but it has to be in your heart. And if you're not willing to accept failure along the way, I saw guys that were absolute studs. Like, I looked up to them. I was like, this is easy for you. Would quit because they didn't like the water. The water was too cold, or they couldn't stand the thought of being told they weren't good enough.
Wow.
Like, they're used to winning in everything in their life, and they couldn't stand the thought of being told, you suck. Oh yeah, you won? No, you lost. Yeah, no, that push-up didn't count. That pull-up didn't count. And it broke them on the inside.
Wow. It's crazy, isn't it? I just want to be really clear on that there. There were people, so you perhaps felt inferior just looking at the physical and even some of the amazing things these people had achieved beforehand. That made you feel like, wow, what am I even doing here? Or I've maybe even got no chance. But through the background and the mental tenacity and persistence that you had, you were able to beat all these people who on paper or visually looked like they would be much better candidates.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird to me to see people quit. I was like, why would you quit? It's so much work just to get here. And the consequences of quitting is you go to the regular Navy and